Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We're gonna do some Alice in Chains today, and get excited, because we're doing a popular song. That's right, Down in a Hole from the Unplugged. I realize I haven't done much from Unplugged, only Nutshell maybe? So we may as well do them all. I've heard them a million times, so there's not a reaction, but more of an analysis and an appreciation for one of the greatest Unplugged performances, one of the greatest rock performances of all time. This thing was gnarly. As you know, Layne Staley was not in the best of health during this performance. However, he crushed it, and you can hear the angst, and you can hear the pitch, and you can hear everything he did right, everything he did wrong. Nah, I don't think so. I think everything was right. The guitars, we've got two guitar players. We got Jerry Cantrell, and we have on guitar as well, Mike Inez on bass and Sean Kinney on drums. Layne Staley, there's debate over whether he has any teeth or not. I think he has teeth. I think you can see in a few angles that he still has teeth. Maybe they're not in the greatest condition, but I get that comment all the time, is he's got no teeth. But I think if you do a little bit of digging, you'll find that he still had teeth. Not that that matters, just thought I'd mention it up top. Why don't we get started? Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole, MTV Unplugged. Gotta start with some coffee. A minor, G, and D. And
bury me softly in this world. I give this part of me for you. Sand rains down and here I sit, holding red flowers in a down in a hole, and I don't know if I can be saved. See my heart, I decorated like a grave. Oh, you don't understand who they thought I was supposed to be. Look at me now, a man who won't let himself be. Down in a hole, losing my soul. Down in a hole, losing control. I'd like to fly, but my wings have been so denied.
I love to see Jerry smiling right there. You can tell he knows they're crushing it. A couple things I wanted to go over. Let's start from the top. The vocal rhythm. Bury me softly in, instead of bury me softly in. I always notice that when I listen to this one, it's different than the recording in that way. I think that's the only vocal rhythm that's different. We'll have to keep listening to find out. Bassline sick. Do 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 do. If you listen to the next, when we go to the next verse, listen to that sick bassline. Also, friends don't let friends. What does it say? Get haircuts. What does it say on this one? Friends don't let friends. I don't know. We'll get there. Okay, so they do the harmony at the beginning. It's all pretty and beautiful, and then the next time around, Layne comes in. Down in a hole, and I don't know if I can be saved. It's clean, but it's got soft grit on it. Look at me now, oh man. It's like it's perfect. It's not look at me now, right? It's not too harsh. It's soft. He knows he's live. He knows he's got a whole set to do. He's just keeping it soft, but the natural grit just comes in. So beautiful. Another thing is he's looking down the whole time. I mean, talk about word painting. Down in a hole, he's looking down. right? He's not opening his eyes. He's not looking at you. If you look at Jerry, he's looking around, smiling. He's present in the moment. Layne is present in the moment of the lyrics. It's almost like he's there when he was writing the song, if he wrote the song. Jerry writes a lot of lyrics too, so this one seems like a Layne written song. Who knows? Well, the internet. We'll look it up. I'll put it right here. There's tissues I noticed down at the bottom. I wrote that down, tissues. I never see him blow his nose. They probably cut that out if he does, but he's got his tissues right there ready for it. And then the next thing I want to go over is the chorus. The chorus is so awesome. So the verse is A minor, G, D, right? So it's a one, we'll call it A minor, the 1 chord, and then the G is the flat 7 chord, and the 4 chord. Then for the chorus, down in a hole, they change up to up a 4th to D minor. We were in A minor first. Now we're in D minor, up a 4th, and it goes D minor, C, G, which is the 1 chord, the flat 7 chord, and the 4 chord as a major, right? So this is like a Dorian chord progression, if you will. It doesn't matter. All that matters is it's exactly the same chord progression, just up a 4th. And then the lyrics on the chorus, down in a hole, feeling so small. I mean, it's just like emphasizing the sadness of the song, but it lifts us up a little bit. And I love the harmony too right there. They're thirds. Jerry singing the E, F, E, D.
Down in a hole.
Yeah. Down in a hole. And then down in a hole. They're just thirds apart. They're really close. And as opposed to usually like in the beginning, if you listen. Oh, these are thirds too. See, these are thirds. So this song, instead of fifths, it's thirds based. I forget that. Which is where you get your prettiness of a third. Is just the notes are close together and they're not exactly the same. In fifths, everything's exactly the same. It's like robotic. It's parallel, super parallel. In this example of thirds, Layne might move a half step while Jerry may move a whole step. Stuff like that, where they're going in different melodies themselves. Let's listen to the high note again. Jerry, I'd like to fly, and then I'd like to fly high, but my wings have been so denied. Down the scale, beautiful, very Layne. It's a very Layne lick. Nobody does licks quite like that. Let's keep going. Actually, why don't we count that part? That part's always weird rhythmically. Let's count. So we're in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. So it does sets of 4, 4 beats of 4, 4 beats of 4, and then 2 beats of 4. All right, let's go. Listen how clean. It's so clean, and he's still looking down. So this time we just go straight to Layne, not the harmonies in the beginning. Listen to the bass line. A little bit different melody this verse. You can hear his grit. I will breathe. Right? He really gets into that right there. Physically, you can see him physically enacting the lyrics. Let's go. Subtle key change, drum fill, just right into it. And Jerry plays the guitar part, the same part he sings, which would help as a guitar player. Let's pause. That really helps. If you're a guitar player and you're singing backup and you don't know the note because you're used to the melody, right? You're like, what is my note? You could just play it on the guitar. And in this case, that actually serves the song. It's pretty cool. Oh, that one was even smoother. Now they go back to the beginning. Okay. Oh, I hear a new guitar part coming. Okay, so they start the beginning has the harmonized verse and then the Layne's introspective baller verse. Down in a hole and I don't know if I can be saved. Right? So they got both parts. Then the chorus. Then they go to that second part where Layne's being a baller for the second verse. And it's shorter. It's just those 4 measures. Then it goes to another chorus, and now this time we're going to do the beginning part, except instead of thirds harmony, which on the album there's still thirds harmonies, and then Oh I Want to Be Inside of You has harmonies as well. But in this case there's 2 guys, so Jerry's doing his sound rains down and here I sit. And as soon as he goes, holding rare, Layne comes, oh, I wanna be inside of you, right? And it harmonizes. Sometimes it's octaves there. Sometimes it's maybe a 5th or 3rd. I'm not sure. It's more of a call and response thing than it is a static harmony thing. Anyway, it's the beginning part of the verse, right? Then we go into a chorus again. I love, oh, I want to be inside, right? Very low, very cool. And then Layne goes up. Let's listen to that harmony. Starts as octaves. Oh, I want to be thirds, but an octave apart, 10ths. We can see right there, Scott Olsen's playing those triads up there, the 3-note up on the high strings, and then Jerry's still doing down and all, down, 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 down. Right, he's still playing the same part as he's singing, but instead now no one's doing that D minor chord at the beginning, but well, not technically, no one's doing the open cowboy chord down there at the bottom, but Scott Olsen's going up to the top, adding a little bit of structure, adding a little bit of, it's building, right? The last chord should always be a little different, right? Let's listen. And then just Jerry right there for some reason. Look at Layne smiling. Like, did he forget to sing? Was that planned? What's the deal there? Go back. Feeling so small. Down in a hole. And just Jerry again. It's like, what's happening right now? Losing my soul. Oh, but it sounds so good when Layne comes back in. You notice how clean he is? Also, you'll notice he's singing off kilter of the mic. Don't know why. Maybe he's because he's so loud he's got to go off kilter. I noticed that sometimes when Jerry was singing, he was right on it. Oh, I want to be inside. And Layne's, oh, I want to be. Right? It's different. So it's a different tone, different sound. Who knows what it could be? But I love this so far. Let's keep going. Let's listen to that high note. So soft, so clean, natural grit coming in. He's not pushing it. And we're just jamming now. No solo, no lead vocal, just... My goodness. And while this isn't a drum-heavy song, it could not be done this way without Sean Kinney. The way he plays so slow and in the pocket. It's slow, but it's on the metronome, but it feels perfect. I'd like to fly. That's like the one drum fill he kind of gets to do. But it holds the beat down so perfectly. Every little 16th note, every 8th note, every quarter note is in the exact right spot. It holds back when he needs to. Hits the snare loud when he needs to. No fill into the chorus. I mean, that takes restraint. That takes strength. That takes strength. Sean Kinney, Mike Inez, Layne Staley, Jerry Cantrell, and Scott Olsen backing him up on the guitar there. What a perfect performance. There was stuff, I guarantee there was stuff that went wrong in their minds because Layne dropping out right there for a second. I think they're in this song, there's a part where they sing the wrong lyrics. See if I can find it. There it is, losing my, somebody said my instead of control.
Losing control.
Layne, losing my control. He switches it quick though. That's what you gotta do. Anyone who's in a band who sings harmony or sings with another person, this has probably happened to you if you're playing a 3-hour set. In this case, they're doing an hour or something. It's a lot of songs, a lot of lyrics, a lot of intricacies you gotta remember, and sometimes you say the line previous, but the other guy does it right, and then you're like, oh, and you switch real quick. What's a problem is when the other guy hears you and switches to you, and you both switch, and now you're both on the opposite ones. This was good. Jerry stayed strong. Layne, he says my, but then he changes it.
Down in a hole. Losing control.
Right? He's about to say, losing my soul, or whatever, and losing control was the line. Love it. I love it. It's raw. It's real. There's things that went wrong, but does anybody care? Let's see. 83 million views, and this was posted 5 years ago. So, I mean, this is just, think about that. This was only posted on the Alice in Chains channel 5 years ago, and it has 83 million views. So no, I don't think anybody cares that he said my right there for a half a second, and it went into it adds to the energy, man. Let's go ahead and listen to the end when everyone's clapping. Look, Layne's got his notes. Layne's got his sheets right there. Something I forgot to mention. I think that they had been on a hiatus before this performance, so who knows how many rehearsals they had to get this tight like this. Plus, it's acoustic. A lot of these songs aren't meant to be acoustic, right? So it's a different atmosphere, a different set, like a different style of playing. Plus, they hadn't played in forever, so you're allowed to have your notes. Plus, I didn't even notice the whole time. I've seen this a million times. I never really thought about the fact that he had lyrics or notes or whatever. Obviously not lyrics, right? Or he wouldn't have said my there. Anyway, my takeaways from this: Layne Staley's clean vocals. But my wings have been so denied. Right, little grit comes in right there. If you get your singing to what, if it's in the pocket, if it's resonating in your mouth the correct way, grit will come out. There's technique to it. It's not just right? Although he does that sometimes too. Not in this performance, man. This down in a hole Unplugged. The entire Unplugged set goes down in history as one of the best. So, again, my takeaways are Layne's clean vocals, Jerry Cantrell playing the same note that he sings on the chorus there, which even if it's just to make the song sound the way he wants it to sound, it'll also help you hit the right notes. Scott Olson kind of goes up and plays some arpeggios on the top there in the final chorus. Sean Kinney's perfection and Mike Inez's perfection. What else is there to say? Beautiful stage, beautiful souls. All right, we'll catch you next time. We're going to do some more Alice in Chains. We'll do some Soundgarden. We'll do some Audio Slave. We'll do some... in fact, I want to do that Audio Slave debut performance. Have you guys seen that one where they're out on the balcony? If you haven't, go check it out because I'm going to have that analysis coming soon. For those of you that are still watching the video, thank you so much. Go ahead and click that like and leave a comment below. I'm working on a History of Grunge video. I finally filmed it. Coming out soon, probably next month, August 2024. But until then, you can find my analysis videos every Friday at 9 a.m. and we'll keep them coming. See you later. I'd like to fly.